Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep ripping live until there's nothing left in me. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. DC, that B4L, ripping that star, I do it so well. It's Puma on the toes, but it's stars on the clothes. I'm Starboy, fresh at the DF Dub. Yeah, I'm a hard hitter. Don't stare to fit, it'll ego hit you. What is you saying, man? Look at the swag. Please do forgive the brag. I'ma pull up later in the Cowboy Jag. Don't you slip on the drip, I'm flossing the sauce. Go so hard for the star. Yeah, that be win, lose, or draw. If you take a L, get the F off my block. Cowboys win. Watch yours, pour up the shots. Really can't help it, got a star status. Even got it tatted on my arm. Yes, we be 5 green strongs. Left a little room cause it's quest for the SIDS. Starboy really reppin' this shit. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep rippin' loud until there's no more left in me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. Dallas Cowboys to the death for me. I'ma keep rippin' loud until there's nothing left in me. Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys to the death for me.
Yeah, tell me who the #1 fan. Yeah, Mr. Westside, I'm the man. Dallas Cowboys from my head to the toes. They better recognize who the fuck I am. Damn, haters run their mouth like a bitch when they team ain't shit and my team stay lit. Yeah, I'm about to rep this shit till the day I die in an all blue casket. If you wanna get with a club with love, tell Star Status Westside sent ya. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Emmett Smith is our main. Game time, prime time, all the time. Your team ain't never on TV like mine.
What's up? It's your boy West Coast, and I got the original hot boy. Actually, they weren't even hot boys. Nelly, he was, give me Tooper. I need Tooper, because I can get this stepping in my Air Force Ones. Nah, OG got that jersey on backwards today, so I'm on his head today. I used to, I remember back when I used to wear jerseys all the time, but I sweat too much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started wearing t-shirts, because when I wear a jersey, I sweat under my arm profusely. I'm just being honest with you. That's why I don't wear. And when I go live, unfortunately, my body doesn't know that I'm not competing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. So when I
all in, baby.
Yeah,
all in, even on this.
You get what I mean? So when I put a jersey on, like, I sweat, bruh. I start sweating. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I had to switch up to t-shirts. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But when I had my jerseys on, I would always wear them backwards like that, because when the camera, it always shows the V. And all show, I got people saying, what jersey you got on? What jersey you got? I get it. Dak Prescott paid $60 million. He's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. But what jersey do you have on right now?
That's what they'll say. But I'm a little different breed, Doc. The reason why I got Dion on is because, see, I wear champions. I don't like wearing, guys who ain't champions. So I realize there's some other 21s that have worn it, and no disrespect to people like Zeke and all those guys, but I'm a championship type guy, you understand? So I deal with championship type, guys. So
you understand me?
You understand.
You understand me? Okay. Well, man, I got a special guest with me today. Her name is Winter. She was getting bullied. I told her she can come live today.
How old is Winter?
Winter is 4'8". She is 11 weeks.
Okay, she's a real baby.
She's a real baby. 100% fluffy. Marrow carrier. West Coast Prince's Kennels. We in the building. You already know. If you need one, inbox me.
Oh, yeah.
Sold one on Instagram yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be taking it out to my boy, dropping him off out there to him. So God is good. God is good all the time. God is good.
How many were in that litter?
To be honest with you, I had 4 in this litter. You know what I'm saying? But they all came out exotica. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
The cool thing about when you have smaller litters is usually the colors get more compact. You know what I'm saying? When you have a bunch of litters, the colors get spread out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got blessed. You know what I'm saying? All 4 of them look crazy. Crazy in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
What people like.
That's what they like. They like them to look like stuff that they ain't never seen in nature before. Because y'all know Frenchie y'all know they made that dog in a clinic somewhere. Y'all know that, right? Test tube dog. Y'all know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Wow. You know what I'm saying? I
The
know
whole species ain't
Jesus had his
walking
hand in it, but man had a little hand in it too.
around. Wow.
I'm just saying, y'all know that, right? Because ain't no dog would need a coat like don't no animal need a coat like
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I'm a
saying?
little. Yeah, that's a beautiful dog, man.
Appreciate you.
No doubt
Appreciate
about it.
you. But yo, man, hey, you guys already know it is your boy West Coast. We are live in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that stopped in, that's watching us today, man. Hey, shout out to the people that are watching on Instagram. Shout out to the people that are watching on YouTube. If you have not turned on your YouTube monetizations, turn it on now. I'm actually saying that to myself. But if you ever turned on your YouTube monetization, turn it on now, West Coast. Let me turn it on now so you can get paid for this show, young man. Boom,
Yeah.
that is on. Bam, that is on. Let's go. So yo, but hey, if you are watching, no matter where you're watching it, if you're watching on Facebook, I need you guys to share this right now to your local Facebook groups. Facebook is the easiest platform on here to share because as soon as you hit share, it asks you where you want to share. You know what I'm saying? So just any of those locations on there that they're telling you to share. You know what I'm saying? Just share. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where it is. Share it to a lover, share it to a hater. We don't care. They all need to see it and they all need to be about it. So share it. All right.
Please.
Next thing. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, you can share it on. I need you to take that link. You can take that link. You can where it says share at the bottom. First off, if you're watching on YouTube, I need to make sure that you guys are subscribed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to make sure that you guys are subscribed. You need to be subscribed. Why? So that you can get the content that we're sending. You need to be able to get the content that we're sending. Go ahead and take her. So if you're on YouTube, make sure that you're watching on. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you can share it to anywhere you want. Make it anywhere you want. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Share it to your homeboy. Matter of fact, if you're on YouTube, share it to a couple friends in your phone right now. It's a couple people in your phone and all they got to do is click it. Like I literally just shared it right now to a couple people in my phone. I took the link from YouTube and then I just shared it. I sent it to a couple of homies that watch. Like listen to me. I got a couple of OGs. Man, I tell them to find me on YouTube. It's YouTube too big. It's too big. It's just too
Billions, Doc. Billions.
It's too big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just take the link and I just send it to them on their cell phone. And then guess what they do? They click on it and
they're right here.
They're right here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they are not biting on. Oh, she's right there. Hey, she's peeing on my couch, bruh. You got to go. Your sister ruined it for you. Hey, here we go. Another beautiful, handsome young man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Frenchies, I love them, but don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? They almost like the Cowboys, right? You can love them, but you better not trust their ass because as soon as you put them down, they will pee on you. You know what I'm saying? Get your dog. But hey, if you're watching, and then also if you're watching on the X, if you're watching on Planet X, that is Twitter. I need you guys to hit that. You can share it on anywhere in Twitter as well. You know what I'm saying? Twitter is YouTube. Twitter and YouTube are the same thing. You can share those back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to blow this thing up, blow it up so that we can have good shows through the regular season. Also, I also have my own TikTok. I need you guys, please, man. I need you guys to please screenshot this right here. This is my real Twitter. This is my real TikTok page. And there's a fake, listen to me, there is a fake TikTok page that has more followers than my real TikTok page. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. TikTok won't do nothing about it. No. And the dude put out good content too, I ain't gonna lie. I be watching his video sometimes.
Wow.
Like, damn, me and that dude should do a video together. Considering it's my content, you know what I'm saying?
Like a tag team.
Yeah, like it just be two West Coasters, you know what I'm saying?
Two West Coasts.
But yo, make sure you screenshot this right here. So that you can stay in touch with the real West Coast Cowboy, You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys hit that. Shout out to and last but not least, man, shout out to the people that are watching on Twitch, man, because it actually shows that we actually have one or two people that are watching on Twitch right now. So, man, salute to the people that are watching on Twitch, man.
Yeah. And for those that are on Twitch, listen, you can comment on there. I know you can. I know y'all enjoy watching. We just want to speak to you. So if you're watching on my Twitch, Hey, just say something. Just type it in. We'll recognize you because we'll see the symbol here where we are. And if you're on West Coast Twitch, just say something to us. We just hate to keep calling y'all out and we don't know who you are. So it's just good to speak when you come into the building. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, Lord.
Let
All
me
right,
let me say this, Wes.
go ahead.
I come to y'all today with a little fire in my belly, and this don't have nothing to do with the Dallas Cowboys, obviously, but it has everything to do with the Boston Celtics, who I despise. If you are a true Lakers fan, you do not like what happened last night. You can't stand the Celtics. I don't care what year it is, who's in the jersey. I mean, who's in the jersey. It is the Boston Celtics. If you're a true Laker fan, you are sick today because of what just happened last night with them winning the championship. I'm not even congratulating them. That's how I feel about it. I don't like them. Never have liked them. I didn't like them in 1980s, the 90s, 2000s. So I'm a little perturbed today. So, that's all I got to say about that.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. And thing that's and this is the only thing I'm gonna say on this is this. LeBron, what is you
Good
doing,
Lord.
bruh?
What you gonna do, dog?
What is you doing, dog? And don't make us wait no whole dang summer.
And the Davis, are you taking the proper vitamins so you can
Like,
stay
come
on
on,
the
bruh.
court?
Like,
Good
don't stress. You know
God.
what I'm saying? Don't. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like just don't make this summer about Bronny James. That's all I'm saying. Because, bruh,
They already have.
and they already have, bruh.
Yeah,
Like they already have.
they already have.
Like I feel like our organization is literally about to just like commit 2 years. Like, and LeBron ain't even re-signed with us, so we don't even like, bro. I don't know. It's whatever. But I say this: if you're a Celtics fan, salute to you. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I like that Tatum kid though. I ain't gonna lie, and I like the Brown kid because I like their game. I like the style. You know what I'm saying? They're humble superstars. That's what I like about them.
Whatever.
Outside of that, you guys know what it is though. But yo, let's go ahead and get into some Cowboy content and some things that have happened today with our team, the Dallas Cowboys, because I know that's what y'all came to see. Cowboys did sign somebody. Cowboys signed a linebacker, Willie Harvey Jr. Linebacker, 28 years old, all UFL selection, making 78 tackles in 10 games. He led the league. He also finished number 1 amongst all linebackers in tackles for loss, 9, passes defended, 6, and forced fumbles, 2. After joining the Browns as an undrafted free agent in 2019, he stayed with the team on the practice squad. He began playing with the St. Louis Battlehawks back in 2013. Harvey has appeared in 4 NFL career games, in two in 2019 and 2 in 2021. He played exclusively on special teams and made a total of 2 tackles in those contests. That is who the Dallas Cowboys just signed this morning. I'm gonna ask you guys real quick. Now, give y'all some notable things, Cowboys, that have happened in the Cowboy Nation is this. Cowboys did sign from the UFL. They did sign Kevontae Turpin, and they did sign Brian Autry in the last 2 years, which both those guys were Pro Bowlers, and Brian Autry was actually an All-Pro. So I get, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, that has nothing to do with Harvey, other than the fact that he played in the league. But it is, I guess you could say, something notable about the Dallas Cowboys and picking up guys from the USFL.
Hey, I ask that you guys will not get too excited. Here's the real truth about him after looking them up. Just this year, as Wes just said, he was first team all UFL team, and he was the tackle leader in the UFL this season from the linebacker position. He does have, as Wes just said, 2019 to 2021, he played with the Browns. So this is not his first stint in the NFL. So he has some little traction, but once you make an all UFL team and you the tackles leader, just give a man credit where it's due. He's the best that the UFL have to offer at his position. So you have to respect that. With that don't mean we need to get too excited, because to be honest with you, even if he comes in and just tears stuff up, I mean, right now on the depth chart, he's no higher than, fourth or fifth. He's not higher than Overshown. He's not higher than Kendricks. He's not higher than Damone Clark. He's not higher than Wilson. So I just named 4 right there, 5. So what you got to understand is right now every team has to have at least 90 plus players between 90 and 100 into training camp. They have to have that all the way until the last cut, which is the last preseason game. They have to have that. So the way that you look at that is you can't help but say that he very well could be just a camp body. That doesn't mean that he's not going to make the team, but what you can say is that, during the preseason, he will probably get some time, considering that he might have a little advantage over some of the guys because he's just coming straight out of playing football. And it ain't gonna take him long to get, back in the groove because he's just got out of the groove. And then you might have a little bit of, something going for him. Plus, the thing about it is this, that you got to understand where you are. He gonna be hungry, which is also a good thing. So that'll light a fire with some people. So don't get too excited. Don't, just because we struck gold with Aubrey and look like we struck gold with Turpin don't mean that you're going to strike gold with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, coming out of UFL, because like I said, he's come on the depth chart. It's just no question. He's behind the 8 ball. I'm saying he's at least minimum, 5th or 6th on the depth chart walking in the door. And I doubt very seriously that he going to get, move up above. So automatically you're talking about, is he good enough to play special teams? Is he good enough to hang on the team? And guys like this going to be hungry, like I said, because they're going to be trying out for another team. You see what I'm saying? Once the lights come on, so he's going to be all in. You know what I'm saying? Since that's a popular term with the Cowboys. He's going to be all in because there's going to be a cut day. These guys every team gonna have to get down from 90 to 53 on week 1. And you very well could do well enough in the preseason that one team may not like you, but the other team got their eye on you. And you might get picked up by another team, at least minimum, for a practice squad. And who knows? He might be good enough to make our practice squad here. So he's a good guy that made the UFL all team, so he's not trash, it's just, but it's also, keep in mind, it's a reason why he's not in the NFL. Now, what that reason is, we don't know. He was in the NFL, and then since 2021, he has not been in the UFL. So there's a reason why, and that's really all you can say. But he got a good shot to impress. Let's just say that.
This is what I say, and I'm happy I let you go first because I get coined as the hater. You know what I'm saying? As the person that always brings stuff down. Or hey, go check on them. Hey, TJ, go check on them. I always get labeled as the one that's bringing the negative nanny and stuff like that. But I'll say this: the positive thing something I just took out from what you just said is this. Our linebacking room finally is competitive to the point where a UFL guy is not about to come in here and just automatically just be looked at as a starter. And think about this. Last year on this same team, same situation, he probably would have been looked at as a guy possible be a starter.
Day one.
Because you didn't have Kendricks. You didn't have Wilson. Overshown was injured still. You know what I'm saying? So think about this. The Cowboys in one offseason got 3 new linebackers, basically. So, in essence, it's a good thing that he's actually going to just be a regular dude trying to make this team. There ain't going to be no extra sauce put on him.
Yeah.
Now,
hunger.
Yeah, now I'm going to tell y'all, listen to me. Kickoff returners, kickers, the kickoff returners, first off, that's a specialty position. Why? Because that's based off speed, your speed and ability. You know what I'm saying? There's some track guys, you know what I'm saying, that I think that have speed but don't have the vision to be that could play in the league. You know what I'm saying? That could be predominantly kick returners. But Kevontae Turpin's never been looked at as a Pro Bowl wide receiver ever. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about special teams. Brandon Aubrey, kickers. Tell you this right here. Kickers probably it's the easiest job to get, and it's also the easiest job to lose. You know what I'm saying? You make a couple kicks, they'll put you in the league. You miss a couple kicks, your ass is out the league. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So, with saying that, I say this. Us trying to say that, the Cowboys, but the Cowboys, we found this all pro and we got this all pro in the UFL. Man, that does not mean anything when you're talking about linebacker. When you're talking about linebacker position, these are real football positions. Now, do I believe this kid can play? Hell yeah, I believe he can play. I believe that he can play the best at this level. My question is, what happens next at the next level? Now, two things that he should have over all these other guys is, one, experience. Because technically, this dude is a 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. He's almost a 6-year vet then, damn near.
Yeah.
So this should be a guy theoretically in the experience catalog should have a leg up on the younger linebackers. But
I understand it.
I'm gonna tell you this right now: with the three linebackers we got right now, Kendricks, Overshawn, and who was the other one I said?
Damone Clark.
Damone Clark. Then you still have
Damon Wilson.
It's gonna be hard.
And that's counting with. I don't mean to interrupt you, but and I'm going to look at it now. I'm going to let you go continue, but that's not counting all of the other linebackers that they've signed. We just don't know who they are. And I'm about to look that up for us now. There's some other linebackers that they already have.
He's not special teams.
Yeah,
special teams is going to have to be his knack right now. He plays linebacker, but he's a special teams guy.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now. We have a Buddy Johnson, whoever that is, at wheel linebacker. We also they have on the depth chart. Buddy Johnson is listed now on the wheel side as a third linebacker. Jason Johnson is on the fourth. And this is updated because they just signed the kid today, and they already got Willie Harvey Jr. as third behind as a middle linebacker behind Eddie Kendricks and Overshawn. So they've already put him ahead of Damon Wilson. And that's a sign to me now that I'm looking at it, because I don't know if Damon's gonna make this team.
Well, Damon's a weak side linebacker.
They got him listed as a middle linebacker right now, though. They got him listed as a middle. But I know he plays, weak side, without a doubt. But they got him listed as there. But I'm just giving you the names of other names that we already have. The other name that we didn't call out is the kid that we drafted from Notre Dame. He's a linebacker. So we got right now, I'm just going to count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 linebackers that are on the depth chart right now.
Yeah. So go ahead.
No. What I was saying is that, that and first of all, fan base, let's get the basics out the way. A lot of people, including myself, cried last year because of the non-effort to try to get linebackers. We were playing safeties at linebacker last year. So at least they are making the effort to get true linebackers at the cat. This kid that we just signed today, for instance, his measurable, what I saw earlier, let me see, he is 6'3". No, he's 6 foot, 230 pounds. So, he got some beef, a little beef on him. And Zimmer, of course, is not doing it the Dan Quinn way. He's going to get his linebackers. And that's what we just got to see. Can he play? I mean, good enough to at least to stay on the team, but I wouldn't count on it. Some of these people that you're gonna be seeing in a few, days are literally camp bodies. So just keep that in mind. Don't get too high, don't get too low. But some of these guys we're gonna keep 90, at least minimum 90 players on this team until the last preseason week. Then you got to chop all this thing down to 53. So they'll be with us for a minute, but at one clean swoop, everybody's gonna be cut. I mean, just like that, and you very well might be it. So don't get too high about it.
Yeah, I mean, right now your job is to build the strongest 90-man roster, 90 to 100-man roster you possibly can. So I don't knock the Cowboys for doing it. I just think it's kind of it's kind of like it's crazy. I think it is kind of an indictment though on the organization when we can bring in USFL guys and Cowboys get extremely excited about him, and it's not no indictment on him. It's an indictment on the team because USFL that's lower than a undrafted free agent. If you're looking at priority, you would have more responsibility to your undrafted free agents than you would have to a kid coming from a supplementary league. You know what I'm saying? So, that's where it's, and also you got to remember that's also wear and tear on the body too. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been playing when other guys have been resting. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it is the Cowboys' job to create the strongest team that they can possibly have for training camp and for preseason. So if you're trying to evaluate, you definitely want that linebacker room strong. So I mean, he definitely makes it from a practice squad, from a low end, if you're looking at the lowest end, like if you had to say like who's the worst linebacker on our team, now you're saying, our worst linebacker is a guy that was the USFL defensive player, whatever award he won.
All USFL.
All USFL. So that's something.
First team.
Yeah,
lead and tackling the whole league.
Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to do. Like that's what you're definitely supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I love the Cowboys doing that. I just don't like it being like us thinking this is a legitimate talent pool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the Cowboys to really be out here thinking like, oh no, we're going to bypass the draft. We're going to bypass undrafted free agent because we're going to get guys at the UFL. What? That's what I don't want.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. It's like we just saying, don't get too high, don't get too low. But what you automatically thinking is man, what you're seeing is obvious. Going to the UFL is part of the Dallas Cowboys off-season checkbox or something. It's on the list. They are going to get somebody from the UFL every year. They've done it since the league been in existence. It's part of their system. That's what they do. And it's almost like they reserve a spot for this time here with a couple of you guys that just came off of the field to just finish playing ball. That's gonna have a chip on their shoulder because they, these guys, want to be in the NFL and get that NFL money. Even if it means that they get signed to the practice squad. You know how much money those guys make a year? I mean, good God, we talking, almost, $700-800 a year. That'll carry you on through for the next year. It don't necessarily mean you get cut. Well, you'll get cut, but some of these guys the Cowboys want to keep just for the practice squad. You can make a great living off of that. Now, I'm not diminishing Harvey at all. I personally haven't seen him because I ain't watched the UFL, at least his team like that. I did watch a few games, but obviously he's one of the best in that league to be the leading tackler, to be voted by whoever is the writers there, first team all USFL on defense. He's not trash, obviously. And some of these kids can play, man. So we just got to see where they. We just got to see how it all boiled, how it come down. He very well could make our practice squad. and that'd be good for him. He'll be glad. He get to travel with the team. He practices with the team. Of course, he gets a check just like everybody else get. It could be that. You just never know.
Yeah, and I mean, and listen, I'm not forgetting that the Cowboys have done good in UFL, but listen to me, Kevontae Turpin and Brandon Aubrey were not the only UFL players that we signed that we've ever signed.
Exactly.
They're just the only players from the UFL that did well. You know what I'm saying? We've signed other UFL players.
And
We
then
even
they got
signed a
cut.
dude. Yeah, we even signed a dude from the Mexico League.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we just only, as a fan base, celebrate the ones that did well. You know what I'm saying? But guys get opportunities every year. You know what I'm saying?
Every year.
Every year. So let's hit up some of these comments real quick. Somebody says, but yeah, that's Shane. That was your comment I was reading. What's up with you, Miss Regina? He says somebody said my issue is why couldn't we get an All-Pro UFL at D-tackle?
You know what? That's a good question, but maybe they believe in their guys, which is what we've heard. Maybe they believe in OC that much. We know that. Maybe I don't think I need to throw out OC. Maybe they believe in Golston. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, these are the guys that we need to be calling out. Golston, guys like that. Maybe they believe in Carl Davis. You see what I'm saying? The defensive tackle, the big guy, but hadn't really been able to play at all, just barely made the practice squad himself. Maybe they believe in those guys, but here's the thing, and this goes back. See, at some point, we got to start as fans, we got to start giving Will McClay and his scouting department credit beyond the draft. You got to look past. These guys are looking at tape and all that type of stuff all the time, and they watch way more tape than we do. And we just got to get the benefit of the doubt on Will McClay and his staff, because Will has a pretty good resume with the Dallas Cowboys, at least as far as having a good eye for talent. So wherever he getting it from, we ain't getting guys from the UFL to say, hey, you're going to be all pro. Not these guys. But are you good enough to perhaps fill in a spot on our special teams? Are you good enough, possibly, if you're not that, are you good enough to make a practice squad? Can we keep you on that way? Possibly. And you remember, is if they make a practice squad, it's more than just say, hey, you're on the practice squad. They really on the depth chart, because if somebody get hurt, guess who gets called up? From the bottom up, it goes to the depth chart. The one that was on the depth chart on the practice squad may move into the last spot on the depth chart. So it's more than that. And so then you got to say, okay, can this dude play? That's what you got to look at. Can this guy play, and is he good enough to make it? So I ain't gonna knock it, but I ain't looking too much forward from him. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. He got too many people to get past to really shine, and in preseason is where you will probably see him, without a doubt, because none of the starters are playing. You see what I'm saying? Overshawn probably ain't gonna play too much. He just got off a knee problem. They ain't finna play him too much. Kendrick's not gonna play if he play at all. I doubt Damon Wilson even plays, just to protect him in his age. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying guys like this will get time. And plus, I'm quite sure Zimmer had something to do with this as well. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. I believe Mike Zimmer had something to do with this as well, as far as signing this dude. So it just remained to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, this is in this game, you have a scouting department, and their job is to do their job and find cheap talent. You know what I'm saying? And the Cowboys have been able to find cheap talent. Now, it is not a way you want to build a team when you're trying to win a Super Bowl, bruh.
No.
Like, that's not the mindset when you're trying to win a Super Bowl. When you're trying to win a Super Bowl, your mindset is we are going to do what we have to do to acquire the best available talent in every stack the deck. So when we're in the draft, we're going to get the best available draft stuff. When we're in free agency, we're going to get the best available free agency because we're trying to make the team at its core the best at every position. We want guys to be, we want to be picking from, because we're saying, damn, those 5 linebackers are so good. Who we have to, oh my God, we don't want to have to cut any because these guys could be a starter somewhere else. These guys could be playing somewhere else. Versus us saying, we got 5 guys and they're all basically the same guy, you know what I'm saying? Or in the same situation. Because think about this, as much as we feel about Overshawn, Kendricks, probably neither one of them have played for the Dallas Cowboys before.
Don't see them. And if you were to rank them,
you literally be ranking them off of what you think they're going to do for you.
Well, I mean, or even knowledge. I think most people will say Kendricks will probably be your number one. And the only reason why you're saying that is because of his knowledge already of the defense. Everybody else is learning. He walks right in day one already telling people where to line up, which is good. And that's what you want from your middle linebacker. If he's going to have a green dot, he already knows the defense. So I'm just saying that, but it don't mean
he can't be learning it while he trying to teach it, while he trying to tell everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he probably got the heads up. But he's not the all pro he was with the Chargers. So, it ain't like we just got a Ray Lewis there. But Kendrick is a real good ball player, no question about that. But everybody else, really, when you look at Overshawn, you might as well say that this is Overshawn's rookie year.
It is. He ain't played.
He ain't played nothing.
He played one regular season game.
Yeah. So he's learning on the fly. Damone Clark has the most experience, at least on the team now. And if you're really talking about experience, it really ain't Kendricks. It's really Damon Wilson. Damon Wilson has seen it all, done it all, got a ring on his finger. He's really the one that understands it. The only problem with him, obviously, is his age, and that's about it. Other than that, he's a hell of a linebacker.
Somebody said, are you talking about UFL players again? We're not. We're talking about things that happened with the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Marcus says he got ring with KC. Yes, he did. Kendricks is a proven vet that arguably better than LVE, so I'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we'll take it. And that's why we're saying that's Kendricks is the most, I don't even, you can't even, his position isn't even up. It's not even a thought if his position is available because he's the guy that knows he's the guy that knows the defense.
Yeah.
So he's a guaranteed starter.
Guaranteed. Automatic.
So and they play the same
position.
Dot
too, I mean.
Yeah, they play the same position. So it's like, I think this is a move to improve your team. I think if the Dallas Cowboys didn't have Cavante Turpin and Brandon Aubrey, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about him because of what other players have done and what we believe he can do because he's in a similar situation. But we are not talking about middle linebacker, though.
There you go.
It's a totally different thing, man. You got to really be able to play football to play middle linebacker in the NFL.
No doubt a doubt. And I don't want to minimize that because I'm just sitting there thinking about it. Out of everybody that's on this team, you gotta really think about what I'm getting ready to say. Nobody knows this defense. Nobody. And whatever they learned so far is something that let me see. It's vanilla. They ain't learned the real stuff yet of the defense. You better have somebody in there that knows it. You see what I'm saying? You don't want everybody to be like, okay, you got to take much time. This dude right now don't even have to be in the building. He can get the playbook right now and call these guys up and tell them right now what they really supposed to be doing. He can teach right now over the phone, and it's going to be right. Why? Because he knows the defense. So I don't want to minimize the importance of having Kendricks on his team. He's valuable without a doubt this year. And I think we're gonna see that because a lot of these guys, like the kid from Notre Dame, he's already been hanging around him, off the field. So and they already say he's smart as all outdoors too. So, you just gotta be grateful that we got somebody like Kendricks. Yeah, exactly. But even with Micah is learning a new offensive system.
Defense.
Defensive system. But his talent, of course, kind of was going to override some of the mistakes that he made because his talent level is so great that the speed that he has is going to make up for mistakes. But he make no mistake about it, he's learning a whole new system.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Micah ain't playing no linebacker this year. He don't need to.
I doubt it. No,
he just told you 5. Listen to me, and I'm gonna tell you this right here, right? If you're talking about straight linebacker play, no rushing the quarterback, Micah's probably the 3rd best linebacker on his team because he's not better than Kendricks.
No,
he's not better than Damian Wilson.
No.
And I'm just saying, at straight being a linebacker
and knowledge
and just and no rushing the quarterback, because you got to remember, middle linebackers typically don't have sacks.
No.
Go look at how many career sacks Ray Lewis has. Micah Parsons has more sacks than Ray Lewis does right now.
Yeah.
And Mike only been in the league, 3 years?
3 years. Yeah.
Ray Lewis played like 14 years. Go look how many sacks Ray Lewis had. And he's looked at as arguably the greatest linebacker that's ever played football. Linebackers don't get sacked. That's not what they do.
Not middle linebackers.
Not middle linebackers. If your middle linebacker is trying to get sacked, you know what's probably happening? You're probably getting scored on. You know what I'm saying? So, and we just told y'all 5 names, 5 reasons why if Micah was just only trying to play on this team, he would probably be playing he wouldn't be playing middle for sure.
No.
You're not taking Kendricks off the field. Listen to me. Micah's been on this team for 3 years, and they gave him the green dot for 3 games.
Yeah.
In the beginning of his career, in the beginning of the year. And guess what happened? They took it away from him and gave it away from him. And then who had it last year? You know who had it last year? J-Ron Curse.
Yeah, Curse did. From the safety position.
So if they didn't give it to him last year, and I'm going to tell you this, Micah moves around too much to have the green dot. He moves around too much. I think you guys, so many fans, I think the number one thing is fans don't understand the job of a middle linebacker. The job of a middle linebacker is not to be blitzing, to not be flying and filling holes. No. The number one job of a middle linebacker is to direct everybody else. Why you guys think Sean Lee was basically hurt and damaged the last 2 years of his career, but we didn't care? Why? Because he had his brain, bruh.
Yeah.
We wanted Sean Lee for his brain on the field.
Exactly.
Sean Lee tackles someone, they'll carry him 5 yards down the field.
Yeah.
But he'd be the first one on him. You want to know why? Because he understood where he was going.
Yeah. And you also wanted the second job, if you want to count that, is make sure that you plugging in, filling in gaps so that you can stop the run. The last thing you want is Micah Parsons getting caught up in a whole lot of traffic.
Nope.
Just be honest with you. You don't want that because that's his superpower is to blitz the quarterback. That's his superpower. So you want to give him as many opportunities as possible so he can, give you that superpower. So that's so I don't even count Micah. Now there will be some packages because he's already said he's gonna move them around, and we all know Micah Parsons like to blitz up the middle. We already know that. So I'm quite sure he'll do that as well.
But hey, OG, I'm gonna ask you a question. If Micah Parsons is blitzing from the middle linebacker position, who's playing middle linebacker?
Somebody coming off. I mean, but I'm saying,
and my next question is this: if he's the only one blitzing from the middle linebacker, means he's the actual middle linebacker and not a defensive end. If he's the actual linebacker blitzing from the middle linebacker position, who's playing middle linebacker?
Yeah, I believe that's dependent on the package, though. I believe that's going to be.
I'm going to tell you, it's a trick question. Nobody.
Nobody. No, I get that part. Yeah.
There's a hole in your
I'm
defense.
thinking you actually just from a package position.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
I
was
understand what
also
you're
saying from a 11 people. You guys got to understand that if he's blitzing from the middle linebacker position, that means that nobody's playing middle linebacker. As soon as he says hike, he takes off.
Yeah.
So guess what that means? That means there's a big
Middle.
ass hole in the middle of your defense.
Yeah, wide open. Trouble.
And you know who's sitting there? A tight end attached to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And as soon as he goes here,
yeah.
We're gonna do that all day. And remember, tight ends are fast now in the NFL.
Yeah.
So as soon as he blitz, fling, they're gonna have a tight end feel.
Yeah.
And just throw the ball.
I think I got a person on my page. He said, did I find out the definition of pessimistic and optimistic? I didn't need to find it out. I already knew what it was, but let me just say this. That just goes back to an old conversation. You got 2 or 3 definitions of Cowboy fans. You got optimistic Cowboy fans, the one that makes no difference. You're gonna try to find the light at the end of the tunnel and say we're gonna be all right. We still gonna win 13, 14 games no matter what happened. Then you get the pessimistic ones that are not so optimistic, and I guess you could put realistic in that. And that's why I fall into play. I'm a realistic Cowboy fan. I can look right now and can tell you, what, at least from my view, or my opinion, what I think what we are right now. I can just see it. I ain't saying we Super Bowl bound like some Cowboy fans say. If I say we don't look like a team, I'm just one to say it. But if I have optimism, watch this. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but here it is. If I am optimistic, it's because I got a quarterback. See, y'all ain't gonna like that. See, I got a quarterback, so I got a reason to be optimistic. See, I got an all-pro wide receiver. I got a reason to be optimistic, at least in that area. But we're not, in my view, which is a little bit off of what we're talking about. But it remains to be seen, really, how good we are starting off. We just gotta wait and see. You see what I'm saying? So I hope I answered your question, but I knew what it was when I said what I said. It is what it is.
Now, with that listen to me. Don't try to go with. Don't try to, because listen, he got a degree in the Cowboys. That's something he found online, but he actually went to college and got his real degree. You know what I'm saying? He just chooses to put this degree up there when he show, but this is a degreed up man. You know what I'm saying? You don't get bishop status by just going to trade schools. No, he got a whole fraternity that he in. So stay away. Listen to me. Stay on this. Challenge him on Cowboy stuff. Yeah. Don't try to get into. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't
go another whole route on that.
Yeah, that's how he put them kids through college.
Please.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go there. Keep it to football, y'all. Please keep it to football. You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's get some more of these comments. That was a good question, though. I think he thought you wasn't gonna be able to go there. That was a good.
But that's a good question, y'all.
Good question. That's
but let me ask the fan base. And while Wes is going to the next point, y'all put this in the chat. Everybody that's here, there you go. Somebody's already on it. Are you pessimistic about this season so far, or are you optimistic? In other words, you just got faith, no matter what, that the Cowboys are gonna do what they've been doing for the last 3 years. Or are you pessimistic? Are you saying kind of basically, okay, I'm realistic about it, and I'm saying we're not better right now than what we were last year at the end. Right. And so because of that, I ain't saying we're gonna win 12, but I am saying we probably will win 10 to 11. Everybody put in, are you pessimistic or optimistic? This will kind of tell us kind of where you are. Go ahead. Hey, what's up, Mr. Cowboy Nation? Another fine podcaster right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Bad boy himself. Bad guy. I'm glad he's in here. What's up, Jerome?
Hey, I like what he said, right? I'm this right here. I'm realistic, meaning I believe everything as I see it at that moment. And as the facts change, my opinion about as the facts change, I change. And that's just how it has to be.
There you go. So I can change one way or the other.
Yeah, like if I
Certain way,
love
exactly.
chicken. I love chicken from this one spot, but
Mhm.
I go to the next day and they put too much salt in it. I might not love the chicken. Why? Because the circumstance behind the chicken changed. I don't
Bingo.
just automatically love it because you know what I'm saying, it didn't taste the same yesterday. So
Mhm.
I'm realistic, meaning my opinion about things change as the moments change. Because it's like and it was crazy because I once had this argument, this drawn out argument on live, bro, with this dude. Romo ain't never even won a playoff. He was screaming that for like 5 minutes, bro, and it dawned on me. Wait, time out.
You ain't got to
Romo
argue, just
has,
show the facts.
Romo has won a playoff game, and
Yes.
then I showed the dude, and guess what?
He still argued.
He still
He still argued.
didn't care. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So that's why I say, like, you know, people have their opinions versus something, and but once the facts are presented to you, an honest person has to change their opinion of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Has to change their opinion of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, hey, that was a good ass question, though.
It was a good question, even though you're trying to be smart, but that's a real good question. I like it. I like it. I like it. Real good stuff.
Somebody,
I see a lot of split down the middle too since we asked them what it was. You'll be surprised. So a lot of people saying, I'm seeing somebody saying, I see us winning 9 games. Okay. I see that. Wow. So I mean it's and here's the part. I'll just say, here's the thing I would say about that. And I know we kind of veering off just a little bit, but here's the thing. The Cowboys, you got a lot of us gonna have to be fair with the Cowboys this year. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's defensively, not offensively. The offense should just come in. Well, I ain't gonna say that because if you start in 2 rookies, you're gonna have to allow those 2 rookies now, BB and Guyton, you're gonna have to allow them growing pain time. They ain't just gonna come in and play at an all-pro level now. That's just not gonna happen. Not starting off. Defensively, you're gonna have to give this team time to go ahead and go right, get right, because it's a new defense. You don't come in on full go learning a new defense. It takes time to get it all together. I believe that this defense, as the time goes, is gonna get real better. I ain't saying if it get blowed out, y'all. I ain't saying that. I'm saying that it's gonna get better as the year goes on. So will that mean losses? I don't know. Will it mean more wins? I don't know. But I do know how it is when you get a whole new system in and people are learning week by week. You don't judge it off week 1 and week 2. You judge them to maybe right at close to November. By that time, you know what you're doing for real. You can play fast and all that. So we got to be realistic, at least about that. If we come out gunning and humming, I'll be shocked. I expect this offense to do it. You know what I'm saying? To score. I expect this offense to do it, but I don't know about the defense. I think we're gonna have time with that. Even though we got some good players, it still take time to learn the system.
yeah, I mean, and I think that is a fair thing to say. I think
Yeah,
that is
you
a
got
fair
to.
thing to say. You know what I'm saying? And considering the games that we have at the beginning of our season, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
have some we have number 1 defense in the NFL playing
yeah,
first week 1. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
yeah.
that's a defense that's been intact. Then behind them, you got the Saints who have a good defense. Then behind them, you have the Ravens who have a good defense. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: 2 of those teams have really good middle linebacker play. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
One of them teams has the probably the outside of Fred Warner has the best
Raekwon Smith with
Raekwon
Baltimore.
Smith, bro. Oh my God!
Yes, sir.
If you think about anything that the Ravens in the playoffs, you should be thinking about Raekwon Smith because he had a bigger effect on that game than Lamar Jackson did.
He did. He did.
Because he single handedly was trying to take over that game. He single handedly almost did, and the offense just kept on giving it away.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He had enough tackles, that's for sure. And we're talking about another all-pro linebacker, so you know it is what it is. That's why I was saying a lot of these teams are already coming in, pretty solid and stable. We're learning, at least on one side of the ball. And you might as well say offensively too, because if BB and Guyton are your starters coming in, you're playing the most important position on the offense, which is the offensive line. So we're talking about two rookies. You can't expect Guyton to be Tyron Smith from week one. We got to be fair, y'all. I think BB is going to be fine, but at the same time, you got to be fair with him, because if he's playing center, he has to make the calls. Well, he's a rookie. Defensive coordinator specialized in trying to confuse rookies at any position. So if he can get him to make the wrong call, guess what? Your offense is shot, because that's what it. So that you got to give him time. This is not Kansas State that he's gonna be. It's not Kansas State. It's the NFL. You see what I'm saying? So you got to give these guys time to grow and to go through some growing pains. You got to give it. You got to be fair with that, because if the Cowboy fans, they expect greatness from week one. That's just how we are, and I get it, but you got to give these kids time to grow, man.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, shout out my boy, Jordan 23, man. I got you, my guy. All right, I'm gonna take one more question before we get up out of here. Someone says, in fantasy land, I believe we go on 17-0 and realistic 8-9. Well, I mean,
hey,
this is the thing, man. Cowboys are trying to do something the Cowboys have not done since the 90s, and I don't even know how many times they did it in the 90s, and that is go to the playoffs 4 years consecutively. I know that don't sound like, I know to y'all it just sounds like 3 playoff wins in a row, 3 playoff losses in a row, but I mean, you still, in order to win a championship, you got to get there first.
When our culture, we ain't used to, since the 90s, we ain't used to going to playoffs every year. This is a whole culture change for us to go consecutively year after year. And to those that are saying earlier in the thing, I said, you got to trust Will McClay and his scouting department. I said that earlier. Well, in other words, you trust in the history of Will McClay. Well, the same rule applies to your quarterback. So what does the history of your quarterback say? That he gonna get you 10 games. That's what his history is. Only a time that it didn't happen when he was hurt. So let's be the same thing. Dak Prescott, without receivers, without a running game, without a solid defense over the years, he still produced you 10 wins. I mean, he still is the captain of a number 1 ranked offense. So let's not be so quick to say 8 and 9 wins. Dak usually give you double-digit wins every year. Now, I'm going to trust that. The same way I trust in Will McClay. I'm going to trust in Dak, because that's what he gives us. He gives us, since y'all say he just a regular season quarterback, guess what? Here come the regular season. Since y'all say that's all he good for, guess what? Let him shine in what he good at then. Y'all say he great at the regular season, guess what? This is his time then, right? If that's what y'all say, then why y'all, acting like he gonna be trash? No. It's that.
That's funny, man. That's
what they say.
That's real. That's real though. And
that's what they say. You heard it.
The regular season's gonna come first, and it's longer.
Yeah, they say he don't do nothing. He's just a regular season quarterback. That's a backwards way of getting him credit. You know what I'm saying? That's a backwards way of giving him credit. It's just the regular season. He does well. He all right in the regular season. Okay, here come the regular season. So he should shine, right? Okay,
Thanks. He should fine.
He should do fine.
Well, hey man, we've been on here, man. I appreciate you, OG, man. Hey, we will see y'all tomorrow, man. Hey, at the end of the day, man, we gonna shoot. All we try to do is just keep it real, as true as the facts remain. We always, as our opinions change, the facts change, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna update our opinions. So as things change, we will update our opinion on this subject. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. But hey, I like it. I like to pick up from the kid. Why? Because at the end of the day, the job of a team is to make your roster as strong as possible. So if you're saying my worst linebacker is a UFL all what is it? All UFL
All
player.
UFL.
All UFL. Shoot, I'll take it, man. And in June, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to me differently in August, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, OG, when you going live again?
I don't know, but everybody listen, just if you're following me and you can, obviously, just go to the Big Time Show on either Facebook or YouTube, and just click on and follow the show. And if you're on YouTube, of course, subscribe and then turn on those live notifications for both. If you do that, you won't miss me. And then once you come to the show, I'll tell you everywhere else where I am. I'm on Twitter as well. You can go live. Right now, I'm live on Twitter now. I'll tell you about where you can find me on that as well. I might as well say it since I just said it. It's at Big Time Lou, L-O-U, at Big Time Lou on Twitter. I'm live there as well right now as we speak. So just follow me. I don't know exactly when, but I'm going to say something. Probably it might be later today. Not definitely tomorrow sometime. Appreciate you, Wes. Always a pleasure, brother.
Mm-hmm. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Hey man, you guys already know I be live each and every day on the same platform, so you already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.
Peace. That was good.